ورحمة الله وبركاته. So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So, dear brothers and sisters, as we all know that the last 10 days of Ramadan are almost reached, and we know that these 10 days are the most important days in the month of Ramadan. In terms of the deeds and the importance of deeds, as we all know that there is Laylatul Qadr in it, which is Allah Almighty says it's khayrun min alfi shahr. In my today's khatira, it would be about how we can make of the most of these 10 days and how we can benefit from these days more and more. It will be about 10 tips that we can practice in these last 10 days. First and the most important thing is to avoid the sins of the day. A person came to Ibrahim ibn Adham rahimahullah and said that Inni la aqdiru ala qiyamil layli. I am unable to stand at the night and do qiyamul layl. Give me what are the treatment to overcome this problem. Then Ibrahim ibn Adham says, La ta'usihi bin nahar. Don't disobey Almighty Allah during the days, and He will make you able to stand during the night. This is the rule. Everyone may have experienced this. I personally have experienced this. If we do something bad during the day, Allah Almighty takes the tawfiq of making us stand during the night. So this is the most important thing, because it shuts the door of heaven and it shuts the door of mercy of Almighty Allah for you during the night. And we all know that how important these nights are. Okay. And the second thing is avoid conversation at night. As we all know, during the day we go to our workplace, we go to our appointments, we deal with our family problems, we sometimes go to school to deal with our kids' problems. So it's natural that during the day we will be having conversations. We have to socialize during the day. But during the night, as we all know that when we get together and have a party with each other, at some point our tongue slips and we say some bad things which makes Almighty Allah angry. So we have to avoid unnecessary gathering during the night in the last 10 days. So please, dear brothers and sisters, if you hadn't had the iftar parties in the last 20 days, don't do them in the last 10 nights, because they are the most important nights. We have to spend them all in doing ibadah. We have to prioritize our ibadah in these 10 days. And the third most important thing is to touch Isha and Fajr in congregation. عن عثمان رضي الله تعالى عنه قال سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول من صلى العشاء في جماعة فكأنما قام نصف الليل. Whoever prays the salat of Isha with congregation, it is as he has stood for the half of night. And also Rasulullah says وَمَنْ صَلَّى الصُّبْحَ فِي جَمَاعَةٍ فَكَأَنَّمَا قَامَ اللَّيْلَ كُلَّهُ. And whoever prays the Salat al-Fajr with congregation, it is as he has stood for the entire night. So performing Salat of Isha and Fajr with congregation are most important things that we have to do during these 10 nights. Like we know that if our entire night is counted as ibadah, so we may not have seen the Laylatul Qadr with our eyes, but we may have gained the khair and barakah that Allah Almighty has in it, as Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says here. And the fourth point is praying with Imam the full set. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, whoever prays behind the Imam until the Imam finishes, then that person has caught the entire night of prayer. So when we start praying, we can leave our Taraweeh after 8, that most of us do. But if we ended up to the 20 with our Imam, so it's way more better than that. And as Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says that the person has caught the entire night of prayer. And the fifth thing is recite Quran extra throughout the night as much as you can read. It's better. You know that during this blessed month, Allah Almighty, the first thing that Allah Almighty says to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was Iqra. So it shows the importance of this word. So as much as we can recite, like we may have set a target for us during Ramadan that we will recite one juz during the day. It is good, but if we make it 1.5, it's way more better than that. As much as we can do, we have to recite the Holy Quran because it's the month of Quran. And sixth point is Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anhu asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if I witness Laylatul Qadr, what should I recite and what should I say at that time? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, recite this dua, Allahumma innaka afoon tuhibbul afwa fa'afu anni ya ghafoor. So we should practice this dua every night, even if we don't see that. So this is the recommended dua from Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And the seventh thing is make dua and zikr even while you are in the motions. Right? Like sometimes we are driving from our home to our workplace or back. During that time, like we can do tasbih. We can recite the part of Quran that we already memorized, and also sometimes we are standing in line waiting for something. We can benefit from that time too, because every second of these 10 days are important and we have to benefit from them. And the eighth thing is increase your sadaqah. For about sadaqah, every night brothers are calling because sadaqah is very important, one of the most important deeds. Allah Almighty multiplies it 10 times, 70 times. So we have to practice this as much as we can in the last 10 days. And also the 10th point is seeking forgiveness during suhoor. وَبِالْأَسْحَارِ هُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ. So seeking for istighfar at the end of suhoor, it's also one of the most important deeds that we can do. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to touch Laylatul Qadr in these blessed days. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen.